This is what a vacation looks like. The noise assaults the ears. Just wonderful. Excitement. Life. There's a warmth and a spirit here, which is really, you just feel as soon as you come out and about. My senses are in delight. Strong. They are delicious. You could just eat and eat and eat these. I'm not just in the Middle East, I'm in Amman. The heart of this region, where it seems everything began. Oh, look at that. To arrive in Amman, in Jordan, is to immediately subject myself to the cacophony of sounds, smells, and delicious tastes. But to arrive in Amman is also to arrive at the world's crossroads. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, all are here in this rich tapestry of life. And sitting atop of them all, the Hashemites, Jordan's royal family, who have ruled for the past 100+ years.
This is the ancient city of Philadelphia, which was named by the Romans as Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and one of the oldest cities in the world.
Prince Ali bin al-Hussein is the son of the late King Hussein, so he's half-brother to today's monarch, King Abdullah II.
Shukran.
How often does this happen to you?
Hopefully not that often.
Thank you.
Shukran.
Where are you taking me now?
Well, we're taking to one of the oldest falafel restaurants.
Eating falafel may be a cliche, but with a prince it's forgiven. All right.
We'll get 6 pieces.
6 pieces.
Are you going to pay them or what?
Typical royal, never has any money on him.
No money. Just before you. Welcome to Jordan.
A photo settles the bill. Jordan's royal family, unlike perhaps other monarchies and rulers, is deliberately accessible.
Okay, خلاص.
It was an interesting experience. Falafel with a royal in the middle of the street, and everybody wants a selfie with him. And with amazing good grace and charm, he just lets it all happen.
Now we're going to the Royal Film Commission.
Prince Ali is the chairman of the board. His wife, Princess Reem, a commissioner. How lovely to see you. Nice to see you.
My wife?
Of course. I've known Princess Reem since her days when she was Reem Brahimi, a colleague at CNN.
Reem Brahimi joins me now from Baghdad.
She's gone from TV news to royalty. I'm still doing TV news. Why film?
This was the form of art that I think maybe you felt needed to be revived. There needed to be a space for young people who love cinema, who love film, who want this place where they can see films, where they can talk about film.
Amman's film house links classic with culture with contemporary.
This is literally in the center of Amman. The citadel is the oldest part of the city from ancient times. And it shows all the different civilizations that came through.
Gosh, this is extraordinary.
See, don't be fooled by the appearance, sort of traditional appearance that you see, because there's a lot of sort of modern and traditional side by side.
What do you see as your role, your family's role, your monarchy's role here?
The family itself and His Majesty is an umbrella to all the different mosaic of people in the country. At the same time, it's the idea that you have freedom, that you can celebrate your culture, that you are respected, no matter what your background.
Jordan's problems are many, not least the 3 million refugees it now hosts. The country has no oil, no great wealth, and there's always simmering tensions somewhere. The royals are like the people, serious but friendly, approachable, dare I say, human.
Over here, because it's a tribal society, they view His Majesty as the head of the tribe. And that's why I love it here.
This is gorgeous. Look at the light. Look at the, it's amazing. Beautiful. To see a man at golden hour is to see the city in all its glory, when even the awful becomes aureate and rich. Oh, wow. That's worth seeing. A man's citadel was built by the Romans. It is a dramatic reminder that over the millennia, this land has been conquered, owned or run by just about every empire or dictator, and each has left its mark. You had the Assyrians and the Moabites, the Persians, the Romans and the Greeks, the Babylonians and the Byzantines. You had the Umayyads, the Assiads, the Fatihads, and the Crusades leading up to the Ottoman Empire and the British Mandate. Finally, you get to today and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan.
This part of the world has never been without occupation, as long as history knows. When life is hard, people move on to satire and comedy to bear with it.
Nabeel Sawalha is the king of satire. He has ruled Jordan for decades.
You know, I started with this country. I'm only 20 years younger than the country.
He pokes fun at the king, the prime minister, the powerful. But there is nothing minatory about his humour.
Like Oscar Wilde said, you can tell people anything as long as you do it with humour. If you don't do it with humour, they kill you.
But are you questioning authority here and its right to rule?
No. No, that's not my job. And my job is really to show the shortcomings, the negatives of the ruler, of the people, of the prime ministry, of the government, but within humour.
You, sir, are you an actor?
Me? Actor? No. I'm Nebilius Marcos Philadelphius. I'm governor of this area.
Think of Nabeel this way. Friends, Jordanians, countrymen, lend me your laughter.
How do you travel? Horse or carriage?
I travel with neither, sir. I fly.
He's one of those.
Amman is the seat of Jordan's power. Nabeel has offered to show me the bottom of the country, in fact, the bottom of the world, where we shall take the waters to restore our vim and vigour. Look at us. Two old farts walking down to the sea. It's not just any sea, the Dead Sea.
We are at the lowest point in the planet.
The last time I was here, the water level was considerably higher. I have to say, I am shocked at
the way
it's receded. Yeah.
It is very sad, very sad.
Evaporation and erosion means the sea levels drop at least a metre a year. But for now, there's plenty of water for two grumpy old men to bathe.
Time to let go. Let the water take.
Oh!
Nowhere in the world can you just sit on the water and feel relaxed and feel happy.
I'm trying to stand up. I can't even say. Oh, look at this. An expert crosses his legs. Our super buoyancy is a side effect of the Dead Sea salt, which is almost 10 times saltier, if you will, than regular seawater. Look, no hands, mother. Oi, oi!
It loves you, the water here. It hugs you.
Dredge the lake bed and you get mud. And it's that with which I'm being massaged and smothered. Oi, 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 oi.
This is real massage with
It
mud.
really is, it really
I have
is.
never had it myself.
Stick with
I
me.
am being exposed.
Stick with me and I'll...
I stick with you, definitely. There are some benefits.
It's like an exfoliant, isn't it? It's sort of...
I said the right word. you got all the rubbish off your skin.
Cases.
What you have to do is keep breathing and de-stressing.
Oh, please.
Yeah. And the oxygen here, as much as you can, by the way.
Oi.
You can breathe, you get 15% more oxygen, 15%, isn't it? Yeah, more oxygen and free. See? Free. And the Jordanian government doesn't charge you for it. This is Jordan. This is the soul of Jordan. It muds you and then leaves your skin soft. How's that? Do you like that?
I do.
It is a big-hearted country that takes in everybody. We have 36 nations, nationalities that are refugees, but of course mainly Jordanians and Palestinians. So if you put these together, it creates a dynamo of the different cultures that, and they tied together.
The Dead Sea and Nabeel have much in common. Both are tough, uncompromising, and turning adversity into a friend. And, like Jordan, continue to float, come what may.
You see, where can you experience something beautiful like that? It really is a world of peace.
If one goes to Jordan and don't visit Petra, you might as well have stayed at home. I've been here before, and it's always been packed with people and donkeys and noises and smells. This is quite a treat. There's only one way in and one way out of the ancient city, and it is through the sick, an experience all of its own. Remember all those kings and empires who ran this place? Here, it was the Nabateans, 2,000 years ago, who created an empire capital out of rock. The Sikh is actually the product of a natural event, an earthquake, millions of years ago that pulled the rock apart. And if you look at the formation, you realise if it was to be pushed together, it would fit perfectly again. The Nabateans were ingenious traders and brilliant hydrologists. They knew they needed water if this place was to succeed, indeed, if they were to survive. So they adapted and carved and created aqueducts in this rock. Whoa! You get a hint of it, and then you see more. Oh my God, every time. It's just incredible. And there it is. It's the treasury at Petra. Look, take it in, breathe. The Nabateans were traders and business gurus par excellence. And as you can imagine, when you arrive here today, their successors already waiting for you. Wow!
Location, location, location. This is what it meant to be very impressive, and they stated themselves with it by saying this is who we are.
This is Professor Sami Al-Hassanat's office. It's where he grew up, and his mission now, make sure visitors like me understand the profound significance of this UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Every day I see it differently. Every day. Because to me it seems like concentrating on a picture. The more you focus, the more you see, the more you discover.
Petra is impressive to be sure, but so are the Bedouin guides who are everywhere. I finally realise what's been getting my attention. It's their eyes and the black liner around them. What do you put on your eyes?
Arabic Kuhal.
Why?
This to clean the eyes, break the eyes from the sand, from the sun.
Really?
Yes, of course.
So it's not cosmetic?
Protect you from the sun, from the dust. You want to wait for you?
Yes. Yes.
Go. Sit down here.
Does it come off?
No.
No, I mean, can I wipe it off?
Yes. Yeah, we know. Don't worry.
What?
Don't worry, you know, about this. I put my eyes too.
Last famous words. What could possibly go wrong?
Close. Oh my God. Open.
Ready? Open your eyes.
Bedouin.
Bedouin.
What did you say?
Bedouin.
Bedouin. Not pirate.
Oh, pirate.
Pirate. Jack Sparrow.
Petra, of course, is more than the treasury. Go up the road and you end up downtown. This was the beating heart of Petra. So how many people would have been here?
About 40,000 people during the highlight of Petra between the 1st century BC and the 1st century AD. It was a very, very busy city because they get involved with commerce, with trade. They were the wealthiest in the whole world at that time. Because of the trade routes, they became traders, they offered services, and they received tolls and taxes.
The rich and the noble up top, the poor and everyone else down below. Nice place with a view. You can look over at the riffraff. For more than 1,000 years, Petra was abandoned. Then the Europeans began digging, as they were wont to do, in 1812. And that exploration, under many hats, continues today. Professor Al-Hassanat says what we see is a fraction of what remains to be discovered.
You close your eyes.
Yep.
And don't open them. I'll take you safely to the edge. Don't worry. You can open your eyes now.
Ooh, wow.
The surprise. The amphitheater copes with 4,000 audience.
Whoa! Whenever I come to an ancient ruin like this, I always long to be transported back in time just for a moment, to see what it was actually like, the noise, the smells, the dirt, just for a small moment. Take me back there. These rocks are etched with evidence of ancient civilizations. Petra and what it represents is etched into the DNA of Jordan today. It is desert, to be sure, but on film it has been Mars, Star Wars, and Aladdin's home. It's Jordan's Wadi Rum Desert, where one of history's greatest moments took place. In 1916, a British officer joined a coalition of Arab rebels who would revolt against the Ottoman Empire. It was the early birth of the Hashemite kingdom, and that British officer became known as Lawrence of Arabia. Immortalised on film in 1962. That famous Arab attack is carefully recreated these days by the Jordan Heritage Revival Company. They run the train weekly for tourists. I've been treated to a ride all to myself. We're not far out of the station when the action begins. The attack gets underway and we are back to 1916. Look! It's the Arab army! The Arab revolt! A lot of hard work has gone into getting this right. Historically, we know how this story ends. The Arab revolutionaries win, the guards, and me for that matter, get captured. Well, if that's what happened, I'd best get off the train one way or t'other. When he took me hostage, he went for it with gusto. I mean, I tried to smile as if to say, it's all good fun, this, isn't it? And he didn't. It's a production worthy of the big screen. And not surprisingly, this train has featured in several movies. His Royal Highness Prince Ali, remember him from earlier? He's now joined me in Wadi Rum. He wants to give me a tour of the back lot of a Hollywood film being made in Jordan. We can't say which movie. Why is it important for Jordan?
Well, it's important in the sense that we are developing our own film industry, but also it brings real benefits to people. It's about the people who work on the ground, the local communities, all benefit from this wonderful industry. And people associate. This is the modern world. People want to see, they want to visualize, they want to understand what's going on.
This is exactly the place for me to end my time in Jordan. How often do you come here?
Well, I come here as often as I can. The desert is a beautiful place. It's clean, it's pure. It's a place where you can rejuvenate yourself. In this world, this crazy world we live in, where everything is so, how do you say, like fast-paced. It's nice to get back to your origins.
What happens inside Prince Ali when he comes here and looks at that? What happens inside Prince Ali?
We have a word for it in Arabic, and it's called sakina. Sakina means peace. Peace of heart, peace in your soul. And that's what you feel. You're looking at an infinite universe, an infinite world, an infinite place, and that's all we feel.
Who could fail to be impressed? And I think Prince Ali has given me the word that best describes all of this. It is sakina, peace of the soul, the tranquility that we all seek. And you will want to find your own bit of sakina when you visit, because without doubt, Amman and Jordan, part of our world of wonder.